Hello, welcome back to Music Monday with Johnny Tiger. The date is November 2nd, 2020. I used to think that life would not go on, that love was nothing but an awful song. And now I know the meaning of true love. I'm leaning on the everlasting arm. If I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, then I can be it. I believe I can fly. And I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I could soar. See me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. 有时候我觉得自己像一只小小鸟，想要飞，却怎么飞也飞不高。也许有一天我飞上了枝头，却成为猎人的目标。我飞上了青天，才发现自己仿似无依无靠。每当到了夜深人静的时候，我总是睡不着。我怀疑是不是只有我的明天没有变得更好。未来会怎样？究竟有谁会知道？幸福是否只是一种传说？我永远找不到。我是一只小小小小鸟，想要飞呀飞，飞也飞不高。我寻寻觅觅，寻寻觅觅一个温暖的怀抱，这样的要求算不算太高？哦，我是一只小小小小鸟，想要飞呀飞，飞也飞不高。我寻寻觅觅，寻寻觅觅一个温暖的怀抱，这样的要求算不算太高？这样的要求算不算太高？Well, that's a good start. Today we are going to do another little album preview. This is an album that I released last year. Um, this last week, when we did the album preview for the new album, uh, I know that some people say they really enjoyed it. And uh, for myself, I remember that when I was little, I really enjoyed uh, when artists and musicians that I liked spent time to talk about songs that they wrote and why they wrote the song and stuff like that, a little bit of background. I think that for me, it always gave a more personalized touch, personal connection to the song that I liked, and also made the musicians and the artists seem more real than just a voice behind the microphone. Now, I know some people already say that I talk too much, so there's no way to please everybody, so I can just do what I like to do. So the album we are previewing this week, you can find it on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere. Search for Johnny S.T. Tai. That's JOHNNY space ST space TAI. By the way, ST, it doesn't mean saint. Some people say Johnny Saint Tai. That is not correct. It's actually Johnny Smiling Tiger Tai. Just a little bonus trivia. The album name is called The Stories of My Breed, and this is perhaps my favorite album of all the albums I have released to date because this is more personal. A lot of songs here were written uh, due to some personal uh, moments of clearance, moments of uh, transcendence, memories, and stuff like that. The first song I'm going to show you is called This Is My Life, and I wrote this hoping that this would be the theme song for the upcoming Johnny Tiger documentary, and maybe it will be, I don't know. Seems to be a bit of a difference of opinion between everybody involved right now. Personally, I really like it, but hey, if other people on the team say it's not, then it's not. Story of my life basically encapsulate uh, everything in my life involving trying to please my parents. It talk heavily about my upbringing and my ever losing battle trying to gain approval from my parents. In some ways, it is basically the Johnny Tiger story, and the song is beautifully scored and uh, produced by my good friend Remy Chartier, and he's very, very talented. So I hope you guys enjoy his instrumentation of "This Is My Life." Again, this is Johnny S.T. Tai on the album "The Story of My Breed." Some of my friends, they told me that I lead a successful life. The people who know me and those that don't, they think I got it made. And even though I know I am not what I should have been, I guess in the end it worked out alright. I'm almost 40, I'm constantly broke. I work hard all the time, but I got what I need. I do what I want with all the time I have. But sometimes once in the blue moon, I ask myself this question: where have I gone wrong? In the end, I got the freedom to do whatever I want. I got integrity, I don't have to compromise. Even though I may have disappointed someone along the way, in the end, this is my fault. I really like that song because it's one of the few times where I actually corresponded and co-produced a song with somebody and it worked out really good. I will say that my original idea for the song was more country. It was more of a folk country feel. Uh, and somewhere along the way, it became more of a, I don't even know what you would call this, like a more pop, more power ballad kind of feel. But which is okay because power ballad has always been my strong point when it comes to vocal. So it worked out okay, in my opinion. So that was This Is My Life. The second song, Lonely 7-Eleven. This one is very interesting. I really love my own performance on the guitar and the electric guitar in this one. Um, the story behind this one is that back in 2003, 2004, I was producing a lot of songs, I was writing a lot of songs. So I started taking challenges. I let my friends and families and fans and anyone who could ask me, hey, can you write a song on this topic? Can you write a song on that topic? Well, one night during a phone conversation I had with my friend Darush, and Darush said, why don't you write a song about 7-Eleven if you really want to be creative? And that was such a difficult thing for me to work into a song. It took me over 10 years. It took me over 10 years. Finally, about 2014, 2015, I got it done. I wrote this song, Lonely 7-Eleven. A lot of people ask, what is it about? Is it talking about a real experience? Well, kind of. Uh, Part of the inspiration of the song came from my relationship with my first ever long distance relationship was a woman named Angela who was in Ohio, and I was like 17 years old at the time. I didn't know what I was doing. First ever long distance relationship. Suffice to say, it didn't really work out, but I learned a lot from that relationship, from that experience. And how that relationship started was when I was 16 and started getting interested in psychology and counseling and stuff like that. Thanks a lot. When I was 16 years old, I first started getting interested in psychology and counseling and stuff like that. So back then, I don't know how many of you remember Microsoft Chat. Well, I had a Microsoft Chat account, and set it out. I set up a chat line, a chat room on Microsoft Chat called the Tiger Corner, and basically anyone who had difficulties or lonely or sad or depressed could come into the room, and I would monitor that chat room very often. Of course, I was still going to school, I was working, so usually I would monitor that chat room uh, after work and before I went to bed, and then check it again after I got up to go to school, stuff like that. And a lot of people would come in and talk to me about their uh, emotional difficulties, relationship difficulties, not knowing that they were talking to a guy who's only 16 years old, and I was able to help a lot of them. The kind of feel that we get in Lonely 7-Eleven is basically that. I'm basically talking about how when the world is dark, when everything is quiet and there's no one to turn to, these people, including my then girlfriend Angela, would come into the chat room and uh, divulge all their darkest secret and sad memory to a person that they barely knew. Uh, and in the end, I was just entertainment for them. In the end, I was just a place for them to blow off some steam. Uh, I basically was there for them, but in the end, uh, it was more of a one-sided community service than anything else. Anyway, this is Lonely 7-Eleven in answer to Darush's challenge on the album The Stories of My Breed by Johnny S.T. Tai.
When the time is getting late and you find a sleepy far away and you're feeling that insistent gnawing hunger in yourself. Everything is quiet now. No one can be there to help you out. And you find that you are all alone. Not a soul to hear you cry. And that's when you remember that I'm still waiting here. I'm nothing special, but just for now, I'm the only light in your night. You may say that I am cheap. You may think I am nothing grand, but without me waiting 24 hours to be without a friend. So get off of your high horse and follow your noble pride. Cause when the storm is raging out there, any one must survive. When the sky is falling and the world is ending, who is always there for you? When the sun is shining and the day is fading, can you even recall my name? Only 7-Eleven, so I am.
That's Lonely 7-Eleven, which, by the way, just a quick note, it's always strike me as quite interesting that here in Canada, 7-Eleven is like a cheap corner store that no one really want to acknowledge that they go to. But in Taiwan, when I went back to Taiwan, I noticed that 7-Eleven there is very different. That people actually go on dates when they go to 7-Eleven, and you can sit there and have coffee and study and use their Wi-Fi, just like Starbucks. 7-Eleven in Taiwan definitely is a lot fancier than 7-Eleven we have here in Canada. They got better food too. Just my opinion. Anyway, moving on. The third song, a lot of you who watched the Cats concert in the early 2000s would remember this song because my then partner, Liz the Cheetah, was such a fantastic job on the saxophone for this song. And then in 2008, I I remastered this song, and finally put it out on this album. Now, a lot of people actually ask me, who's Annie? Why did I write such a sad song about Annie? Well, actually, I was writing about my uh, breaking up with another ex-girlfriend called Amy, but at the last minute, I decided to change the name to Annie, just in case Amy ever listened to it and try. I don't want her to try to sue me or anything. I don't think she can, but anyway, it's better be safe. And Annie kind of have a better ring to it, anyway. So this is Annie from The Stories of My Life by Johnny S.T. Tai. Actually, The Story of My Breed. Sorry. Uh, Annie from The Stories of My Breed by Johnny S.T. Tai.
Is it a dream or reality? I can see there's no love for me. I try to read all my memory. In the darkness I see you leave. Gave you my life, gave you everything. But you won't even give me a kiss. I know you do. There's nothing to it. But I want to tell you one more time. Hey, I still love me. Hey, I still believe. Hey, I cannot live without you. I will wait for you.
That song brings back so much memory regarding Amy, although that was a long, long time ago. I was like almost 15, almost 16. It was a short but quite intense relationship. But also bring back my previous relationship with Liz the cheetah, who was featured on the saxophone in this song and just did a very gorgeous job on the instrument. Anyway, next song, let's move on from all that sad memory. Before I start to cry, uh, next song, Lone Wolf, is probably one of my favorite songs I've ever written. This song was actually, of all weird things, inspired by a quote by a comic book character. I remember watching one of the Street Fighter cartoons or animation. I know some of people you like anime and you hate it when people say it's cartoon, but it's still cartoon. Okay, if it quacks like a dog, duck and walk like a duck, it's a duck. If it's drawn, it's a cartoon. I was watching a Street Fighter cartoon, anime, whatever you want to watch it, whatever you want to call it. And the character Akuma said something that struck me really deeply. This character Akuma, who is like an evil demonic entity, said something that just sounded so lonely and resonated so well in myself. He said, "Where I walk alone. Where I fight alone." That honestly has been how I how I felt for most of my life. That's why that quote struck me so deeply. And after I heard that, I said, I have to put that in the song. So I wrote this song called Lone Wolf. I believe this was 2012 when I wrote this. And this also brings us back to the style of music I would perform back when I first started performing music, when all I would do was classic rock, metal, and stuff like that. Nowadays, I find myself doing more pop and folk and softer stuff, but Lone Wolf is a callback to the old days. I really like it. I hope you guys do too. This is Lone Wolf by Johnny S.T. Tai from the album The Stories of My Breed.
When I walk, I'm always walking alone, without a destination. Let moon and stars take me home. Let the heartless north wind blow. When I find I'm always riding alone, hey, without the one to give me home. My pride and desperation tell me to go the distance. I've been through the fire of hell. I see the shadow again. Right now, they're the only truth in this world of mine. Oh,
I just want to like get up and do like 50 push-ups when I listen to that song. A song like that, it's such an energetic song. Um, okay, moving on. The next one is called Dawn of a Million Souls. A lot of you who were there for the cat in your early days would remember this one. This one was first featured as a duet on our Lost Sanity album. And then I remastered this and did this solo version, which is on this current album. The Dawn of a Million Souls is perhaps the most complex song I've ever written as far as guitar scores went. It's very uh, uh, tricky to play it well on the guitar, at least for me. Some of you might find it really easy, but for me, this was the hardest, one of the hardest songs I've written for even myself to play. The inspiration for this song was war. This was the first ever anti-war song I've written back in 2002 when, uh, right after the uh, September 11th and the U.S. was striking back and the war going on and people getting killed. And at the time, I remember I was reading the Dragonlance series of books, which, as some of you know, if you read it, Dragonlance was medieval fantasy, dragons and warriors and magic and swords and fire, and again, this is war everywhere, people dying all over the place. And after reading the Dragonlance series, I sat down with my guitar and wrote "A Dawn of a Million Souls," just based on how I felt at that moment about all this senseless killing and dying and stuff like that. Uh, I performed this song in concert numerous times, but here is a solo version specifically for the stories of my breed with Johnny S. T-Type. This is Dawn of a Million Souls.
waiting for rain, but never for so many years, she has been standing there. She's the curse of a single tear. And she could as much as order a wound. This is what they would hear. Oh, the dawn of new is so where the sun rises in this brilliant gold, the glory and pride of God of faithfulness, they'll always be there.
It's a little bit oppressive, and for some reason the way I sing this song always remind me a little bit of Bob Rivers. But anyway, it's a good song. I like playing that on the guitar, even though I always find it a little bit tiring on the fingers. Next song is called The 999 Roses. This one was modeled after an old Chinese song that made me rather popular with ladies when I used to be a DJ at a karaoke restaurant when I was 17 years old. Uh, a lot of ladies, middle-aged ladies, cougars, would ask if they could perform this song with me, and yeah, back then it was part of my work, and so I was happy to oblige. Uh, the inspiration for the lyrics for this song, 999 Roses, was actually uh, this one memory I have of my younger brother Peter. I remember when we were like teenagers. I was 16, and so Peter was 14. He was really sweet on this one girl in school, and they were going out, and he was happy. And that year, on Valentine's Day, Peter he saved money for an entire year, and he ordered 999 roses to be delivered to the school with the girl's name on it. So the entire front hall of the school, stairs, everything was blocked off by these roses. And the principal got so mad, and he went on the announcement system and called the girl and told her to come get her uh, flowers, and uh, that embarrassed the heck out of her, and she ended up breaking up with Peter. It was very uh, good attempt, but had a sad ending, unfortunately. Anyway, this is 999 Roses from Stories of My Breed by Johnny S.T. Tai.
Standing alone in this garden of snow, heart growing cold, but the tears still feel so warm. The blues are faded, leaving nothing but song, like the love that we have once shared before. The northern wind blows across the mountains and more, carrying the souls of the ones that's gone before. A cry in the night, echoing desperation, and I treasure all the sorrow I feel. I kept my promises with 999 roses. They hold the memories of 999 kisses. Roses they got a heartache. Always waiting for the day you come home.
There was 999 Roses. I when I wrote that song, it was near the end of my previous relationship, so I wrote that back in 2016 or 2017, and was feeling really sad about my relationship at the time when I wrote this. So that played a big part of why the lyrics is so sad as well. The next song, Angels, is one of the songs that took me the longest to record. Uh, I started working on Angels in 2007 after one of my clients passed away due to cancer. Um, and the song was inspired by something she said to me that she always, even when she was in the hospital, she said, I, w- I was her guardian angel. I was an angel sent by God. And she wanted me to believe in God because she said it's too ironic that that if I don't believe in God because I am clearly an angel sent to protect her. And after she passed away, I was really sad and tried to write this song. And the lyrics was easy. I got the lyrics finished in a week, but I couldn't record it. Every time I tried to record this song, I would break down and cry. It touched me so deeply. It took me over 10 years to record this song. And it's still hard. I don't know if I can ever sing this song again without getting too emotional and start choking up. Um, but finally, I was able to get it done. Um, so yeah, this is Angels in the memory of Katrina um, from The Stories of My Breed by Johnny S.T. Tai.
The candle is burning down by your head. The last of the light shines upon your head. Are you awake or deep in your dream? Are you still here with me? The night can be long, it's dark all around. The wind may be howling like the ghost in our house. Don't be afraid, 'cause you know I'm here. Believe in me, my friend. You used to say that you knew there were angels in the stars, that there must be because I was one of them. We all have dreams, even though they're time. We know we must wake, but sometimes they do realize. It took me 15 years to write your song. 15 years since you rejoined the angels above, but I still remember you. The sky may be falling, the water may rise, your heart may be tired after fighting for so long. Just hold out your hand, and I will be there, gently there, in the weight of your shoulder. You used to say that you knew there were angels in the storm, that there must be because I was one of them. We all have dreams, even though there's times we know we must wait, but sometimes they do reunite. You still sing the same.
Okay, I have to cut that off because I don't want to start having to wipe away tears and getting too choked up before we finish the album preview. uh, yeah, Angels, the longest song that it took me to write to finish recording. Next song is the namesake of the album, The Story of My Breed, and this song harkens back to when I was a teenager, and there's a period of time when I became a heavy drinker, and I basically stopped going to school. I just drank from every waking hour, drank myself silly, trying to escape my reality. And so years later, when I was looking for new material, I was thinking, what would have life been if I continued to drink for the rest of my life rather than quitting when I did? This is Story of My Breed by Johnny S. Detail.
Come here, please, my dear. Come and sit with me. And bring me to another dream. I can see you there. The sneer on your face. Judgment in your eyes. And I'm so drunk that I can see you run whenever you look my way. Come and sit with me. Take another drink. I will tell the story of my dream. I was once so young, a handsome lad was I, full of dream and fantasy. My mother was a fair, my father well-to-do, a lovely family man. And I had been a girl who looked just like you, so pretty, young and smart. So you may be wondering what made me into this. Well, that's a story for another dream. I had everything, all that I could be, but I wasn't satisfied. Always wanting more, never quite enough, until they were gone. If I could have said I love you to my friends, my family and mine, maybe now I'd be home with my own kids and not be begging for another beer.
I remember my friend Darush. really didn't like this song. He said the electric guitar in the bridge there sounded like I was torturing a cat. But actually did that on purpose. I made this song very jumbled, very chaotic in the middle of the song to simulate the state I felt that was going on in my brain when I was drinking that haze, that fog of alcohol that just like muddles everything up in your brain. That's actually the feeling I was going for. Um, so there's three more songs, and we are going to run out of time. So I'm going to show you guys one more to see you guys out. This song is called Just a Simple Man. And again, this is basically me talking about what I think of myself. This is what kind of person I think I am. I like to tell people I'm a simple guy. Some people dispute that, but that is my belief. I think uh, at, at the core, maybe I am a complex person, but inside where it counts, I'm a very simple person with very simple pleasures and very simple wants and desires. Um, Also, what inspired me for Just a Simple Man was that I was on this social media chat program called Vorel, and there was this blind guy who was so angry, and he kept talking to people and wanting to convince everyone that as blind people we are inferior. We have to deal with it. We have to live with it. We have to be honest with ourselves. We are inferior. And when I heard that, I was like, no. I'm not. I'm not inferior. And I'm going to prove to you that I'm not inferior by writing a song about it. And so that made me sit down and write this song. It's called Just a Simple Man. I'm going to let the song play to its end. And as usual, thanks for checking out Music Monday. We'll be back again tomorrow for Tactical Tuesday. Stay safe out there.
There are times when I lay awake in bed, day and night, feeling sorry for myself, don't know what I'm going to do. Then I remember the words that my father said to me. He said, son, have faith in yourself. There are times when I wonder, what is the point of it all? The harder I try, the further I lag behind. But then I say, that's fine, because I know in my heart that I have friends, I have love, and that's enough. I am just a simple kind of guy. I'm inferior to no one. No one can tell me otherwise. So every step, every action may take me twice as long. But let me tell you, that's okay. I'm strong.